Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's broadcast of the CGPL winter season for 2017. My name is Matthew Judge Brand. I'm joined on the desk by Alex and Kat Fielding. Welcome back to casting.
I know, it's been a little while, hasn't it?
It has. It's good to have you back with me. I feel like this is a different setting for us, though, with a backdrop on a desk compared to sitting at the desk at home at our place.
Yeah, sitting at the desk at home behind one microphone and a really bad quality Rocket League game in front of us.
Yeah, look, really bad quality.
It's not the same, is it?
It's not the same coming through here to do CGPL. Of course, this is the winter season. We've already had one season play out here and land finals here at the CG studio in Adelaide. We're now coming through for the second week of season 2, and we're only doing one game tonight. That is, of course, Chiefs Esports Club against Dark-Sided. They're going to be played out. The remaining games played out on Tuesday, so we do get one night off.
Yeah, Tuesday's definitely going to be a big one, but I'm expecting some pretty big stuff tonight.
It's going to be huge. I think, look, Dark-Sided coming back in. Obviously, we had some shuffles for week 1 coming through, and those reschedules are going to be sorted out at a later date. But
absolutely,
coming through Chiefs went up and won last week, Chiefs against Legacy. They had a very strong first map, came through, but then second map on Inferno, the Legacy Go-To map, and it was Legacy's game. I'll
be really interested to see how this sort of goes forward, because obviously Chiefs were probably the favourite from the Legacy game. Mm-hmm. They probably really should have taken that on a 2-0, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go tonight. If they carry on that trend of the 1-1, or if they, I guess, as sort of I predict, hopefully take out that 2-0, but see how things pan out.
Of course, we do have down below us on screen the vetoes for tonight. Cache was picked up by Dark-Sided, Mirage banned by the Chiefs, Nuke picked up by Chiefs, and Cobble banned by Dark-Sided. So we are going Nuke for Cache first up, and then Nuke for Chiefs. So that'll be our 2 maps for the night. Looking at how Dark-Sided have gone, though, they've played very well recently, been international, and we got to give some respect to them. So I'm feeling prediction for tonight. You're feeling the 2-0. Yeah. I'm feeling the 1-1 coin flip here. I think both teams are going to win their respective maps, which is a trend that's breaking from last season. Last season, we actually had more maps picked were maps lost by those teams as well. So we've seen it go the other way this side. Of course, looking at the standings from last week, Funky Monkeys 2-0 against Athletico, and everyone else was a 1-1 split. So currently Funky Monkeys sitting at the top, Chiefs, Immunity, Legacy, and Team Question Mark following an equal second there. And then, of course, Athletico in last with Dark-Sided and Tainted Minds still yet to play their match from last week being rescheduled.
Yeah. I still can't really pick it, honestly. I think it could go either way. I mean, Chiefs obviously being Chiefs, they usually do perform quite well. But yeah, after last week's performance, let's see how we go. It's carrying on forward in the next few weeks.
Rocky grounds, but seeing as Chiefs did play last week, we do have some stats on the players here. Looking at Pex, who is currently the top-rated player for the team, he's sitting with 2 maps played, of course played both last week, with a KD difference of 8 and a 1.27 KD, doing quite well for himself at the moment.
Absolutely, and we're seeing, like, carrying on with the ratings on HLTV and things like that, a lot of the Chiefs players are sort of sitting around the middle ground as far as the full stats go. But, obviously some really big impact rounds from Pex and even Tux from last game. So let's hope they can continue that trend, and we'll see what Dark-Sided can really kind of push back at them.
I think the Dark-Sided boys are going to be pushing back pretty hard, though. I mean,
they've been playing very well.
They've been playing very well. They've been getting good results across the board in the scene for CS. Yeah. I think they're going to be bringing that experience. My only question is whether the guys are going to be tired. I mean, that plays an ultimate factor. I mean, these guys have been very, very busy as of late. Hopefully they can bring through some momentum that they've had without the fatigue.
That is definitely something that a lot of teams do struggle with, is keeping that consistent form. Even over a short period of time like this, it's very easy to sort of slack off, especially after even you've had a couple of wins. You still have that confidence, but you are, I guess, almost mentally fatigued going forward. So let's hope they keep their form up.
And there's always that interplay between mind and body as well. These players who are sitting there playing for hours on end, not only just playing at these events, but also scrimming. There's practice that goes into these each week, and these top-level teams are playing out several matches per week, let alone playing through scrims to practice as well. It is mentally draining. That exhaustion does affect your body and affects you physically, and then affects how these players go about their day-to-day. So we need to see how they're going to bring this through after coming off of some really big weeks.
Especially, and making sure that you are in between that, taking time off. It's something that a lot of teams kind of struggle with, especially at this level. They want to scrim and they want to practice every single night. They want to make sure that they're getting on top of everything map-wise.
Oh yeah.
But there is sort of this sort of limit that you have to kind of reach, where you go, you know, I need to take a break, I need to take a fiver and just kind of get myself more mentally prepared, especially for these sort of matches.
Oh yeah.
Chiefs versus Darkside, again, Darkside, I think, you know, I have my confidence in Chiefs like I have said, but Darkside are definitely going to be pushing back, and they're definitely going to be putting a lot of competition on them tonight. So making sure that both teams are fresh, you know, was something definitely that I'll probably look at through the week. And
yeah. I think the Darkside boys are going to put up a great fight. We are just getting some things a little tinkered in the server, so we are going to be a moment or two if you can put up with us talking a little more. Let's have a look, though. We do have some extra stats, though, looking across the scene. Funky Monkeys on top at the moment. Their KD difference is something to be marvelled, a difference of 32 across the team from last week's results, with an overall KD of 1.19, a rating of 1.11.
Yeah, and it's actually quite funny. I mean, if you look at the second-rated team as far as just straight KD goes, you know, Immunity's still quite lacking behind. Funky Monkeys have just had absolutely massive fragging games. And, and that's really what's brought them in. They're getting those trades in there, you know, and having massive impact rounds where a lot of other teams are kind of lacking. So. And
last week against Atletico, it was 16-11, 16-11, both maps. I mean, the way we got to those results was a little different. And you're right, there were very high fragging rounds for Funky Monkeys where they were dropping Atletico without taking many casualties themselves, so that has obviously lended to that stat.
Absolutely, and you know, and even just big aces and things like that. If we're carrying on, I can't remember who we had. With
I mean, Tux had an ace. We had 5 aces total last week.
Yeah,
Tux had one of them. He was the only one, of course, coming in tonight that had any aces. Darkside not playing last week, so Tux bringing that to the table. He got that in round 4, so it was a full buy round for him. It was a big round as well, so make sure you head to the VOD and check that out as well. Maybe might put a tweet out about it later, because there were some big things that happened last week. Big 4Ks as well. Wizard coming on fire with a 3K with the CZ, converting it to a 4K clutch for the round last week. So moving forward to Tuesday,
that is a huge round.
It was a huge round. Overpass, big retake. Massive, and he did indeed have time. Shout out to Tibor for that one. He had plenty of time.
Absolutely.
But look, that was a massive round. I think Tux is going to bring a lot to the table heading into this game as well. We expect a lot out of the captain and the IGL, but as we head to knife round here, this is Nuke, ladies and gentlemen, for our first map. Nuke's going to be first, Cache second. Apologies, I was incorrect before. And the knife round going to determine what side these teams play out first. Chiefs, I imagine, are going to be opting for CT side. Looking at the map difference here. Map picks, Nuke and Cache. Cache was picked last week, Nuke was not. So it's the first time we're seeing it come out for this season. And we're yet to, of course, establish how sided it is for the season as well. Chiefs going to win out this knife round. And they're going to have the leisure of picking their side for the map. I'm feeling a CT side.
I definitely would be shocked if they go with that CT side.
Yeah, they will. Surely. 5 on 3. There it is. So Chiefs will take the CT side. And a good pick for them. They're going to look to start this out strong. Force Dark-sided to ultimately have a rough first half. Play it into the second half. Chiefs are going to look to steamroll their lead from first half on the CT side into the second half and prevent Darksider from getting CT rounds. Keep that momentum flowing. And, of course, pick up a couple of rounds to close out on the win. Darksider, they're going to prevent them from doing that. They're going to look to stick it to them as early as possible.
So we're just seeing that right going down into the vents there. Malta trying to hold them off as best as he can. Tux with the early frag there, taking down Willem.
Malta, though, oh, he picks up flicks. Bomb's going to go down from Sync. Inns is holding from ramp here, trying to get some taps onto Sync. We'll get damage down, and we're going to see the push come through from Tux. He's going to jump off the catwalk, and Texter goes down. Tux picks up Sync and gets Texter as well. Pex covering, and that is a very healthy round for Chiefs Esports Club. Great work coming out for them here. They still had a decoy on Ali. Tux picking up a 3K there. Great work out of him for that. And going to be seeing the match pause come through.
And that was a good round, I think, from Chiefs. Just allowing that sort of vent control to go down, just staying back and not letting those Glocks kind of work their magic up close, letting the get some fighting rounds going. The USP sort of working its magic from range and not allowing those T-sided players to kind of get up and close and really punish you with those Glocks. So good hold from the Chiefs.
And Chiefs did very well there because, of course, the whole team, it was a team ace. So they didn't have anyone go down from their side, even barely hurt. A very good start for the pistol round for Chiefs. We want to see them push that forward now and continue this momentum coming into the anti-eco, pushing for the fall by, and then a reset as well from Chiefs. They're ultimately looking for a 4-0 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be the dream start at the moment, especially with the team ace. Their economy is going to be looking really good right now off the bat. You know, you've got money on all those players. You've got a lot of options at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunch of UMPs and maybe a scout for Outers. I'm not too sure, but
maybe. I mean, Tux does enjoy having a scout. Quite proficient on it. Ali has been coming out with the AWP in recent weeks. Scoping, so seeing him come through with the scout as well could be very good for Outers on the CT side because Chiefs are quite good at holding that. If they can do so, that'll change it further and push it. I mean, the UMP, though, does have quite a large kill percentage. As of week 1, UMP actually had 9%. It was the 4th top-rated weapon for the game. So,
which is insane. I mean, we're seeing the M4A1S, the silenced M4, you know, being a percentage below, 1% below that. So the Ump really coming into its own, almost 10% of the kills during that.
And last week as well, most rounds we saw come through with full buys, a solid 60% of full buy rounds still had a UMP on one player because they were still using it. They were pushing close angles and they were playing aggressively with that UMP, using it to its full effectiveness, and then capitalizing on that as well, and obviously saving cash and stacking cash. We're getting frags.
Oh, absolutely, it's one of those guns that at the moment, you know, if you're going to look at the meta overall, the Ump has really come into its own over the last sort of almost 6 months. You know, it's just taken this massive resurgence where you're seeing SMG play really come in, which is great because you are seeing variety in the gameplay. You're not just seeing the classic just AK and M4 and maybe an AWP somewhere.
Yeah.
You are seeing sort of that diverse player where you're getting, you know, people playing close angles or playing ambush angles, and you know, seeing lurks and things like that play with the UMP to, especially getting farm up, and possibly to buy an AWP for another player.
Yep. So
I'm hoping to see more UMP action tonight. I reckon it'd be fantastic if we get to see that.
UMP action is going to happen tonight. It's Oz CSGO meta. It'll come through, and we're going to see it play it out here. And it's going to be, we're just sorting out some things. Ali having some technical issues, it seems. Getting himself sorted out, ready to go into the game. Looking further at the map picks, though, Overpass obviously was played twice last week, Mirage twice, and Inferno and Cache 1 and a piece. Looking forward, we've got Cache coming through again for its 2nd time round in week 2. Nuke, though, the first time we're seeing it picked out. How are you feeling about this pick?
Honestly, with Nuke, I think it would be really interesting to see what the split is. It's one of those maps that sort of can go either very CT side or very T side. Obviously, early on, we had that rush going in through inner and down into vent. And seeing if that continues with a trend with the buy rounds later on. But we are seeing sort of just a very small buy front here from Dark Side, just some P250s on all players now. They start doing some work outside.
Ali's going to pick up 2. That's Sinker and Willem going down. He's going to look inside and pick up a 3rd. 3K for Alistair there. And Dick Stacey going down. Tuck now pushing, and he picks one up on Flicks, and it's Texter left up. The last man standing outside. Ali knows he's there from prior. He's going to get some shots fired. Texter pretty healthy, though. Nothing connecting. And he will go down to Malta. The man from Malta up top with an M4 and gets the final frag. Chiefs Esports Club closing out a 2nd round hard.
Absolutely. I think one of the things that could have possibly helped Dark Side to kind of work through that round a little bit more was maybe drop a P250 off one of those players and get a smoke and a flash. Sacrifice a little bit of your early money, but at least try and work your way down into lowers and try and get a plant down. But you can't really complain now. You know, we're going in with a little bit of utility with the players there on Dark Sided. So full AKs, flash on 4 of the players, and a smoke on sync. So it'd be interesting, especially to see how they use that smoke. Only one smoke to use for any takes of sites. It's not much.
It's not much at all, low utility, but they might be able to manage the flashes. They're going to be able to flash themselves in here and use the AK for entry frags. Ali pushing up the side here has got his AWP. He will see Texter there. Going to get a shot off, but the wallbang not going to kill. Going to get him down to 48 HP. He has revealed himself, though. Needs to be careful here, as we could see the stack. He's seen him, though. Willem going to get some damage down. Flicks taking a little bit. And Willem, of course, getting damage down onto Alistair, who has to back out a little bit here. Flicks, he's looking down the hallway, not going to spot anyone until that smoke clears. Sink, looking to push there, has spotted Tux out in heaven. And they're going to have a slow walk. They're looking to move onto the site. Willem gets some shots off, but gets tagged up by Tux. Tux getting back up there. His movement absolutely amazing through that ladder area.
Absolutely perfect, allowing him to kind of get into his upper position to possibly hold that site. We are seeing the smoke has been used, so not much utility left on these.
Pex and Tux picking up 2 kills. Willem's finally answering back with 1 on Tux. And Malta will trade it back through. Sync gets Malta. The trade's coming through thick and fast. He ins. Will be spotted out by Sync. Getting the Molotov down. That's the incendiary. It's now Dick, Stacy, and Sync left up. Stacy is prevented from pushing through Annex. And we'll have to wait till that flame clears here. Pex waiting through. Will find him through Squeaky and gets some damage down. Dick Stacy pushing now. And needs to look for another kill. Ins goes down. This could be the first round for Darksided as they have evened it out to a 2v2. Alistair has been spotted out. Sync having a watch here. Will find Pex looking for Alistair now. It's 1v2. Alistair has the opportunity to clutch this one. He's looking for options here. Goes for the shot through the roof of the hut. Will not find a kill yet. Backing himself in here. He's going to see Dick Stacy there. Goes for the shot. Reload now pushing into hut. Don't think he knows that Sync is sitting on boxes there. Dick Stacy around. And Dick Stacy with a turn picks up Alistair. A great round. Sync picking up a 3K in that one.
Absolutely massive. And I believe Stacy, he was caught out in hut and couldn't actually get onto the site. That molly that was put up from uppers was perfect, but not being able to capitalize and get the trade frags later on in the round, that really did hurt Chiefs there. So we are going to see a bit of an interesting buy from them. Deagle and Alisar, I imagine he's going to be trying to save for an AWP again. Losing that AWP early on, that's absolutely massive now for Darksided going forward.
Well, Willem has been able to pick that one up or get that AWP from a teammate here. Ali trying to get a tap, won't find one as Sync goes to trade back some damage. We're seeing the utility being used here. And Ali does pick up Dick Stacy outside. That is the kill with the Deagle that he was looking for. Needs to try and see what he can do on the outside to further this momentum for Chiefs in this Angie round. Of course, the UMP being brought up here by Ins will look to use that. And what a one dig! Sync goes down before Texter trades out Ali. Good trade, though, for Chiefs. 2 for 1.
Absolutely. You know, we're seeing Texter in that position there just outside on the catwalk as absolutely massive position for him to be in. They can sort of really go absolutely anywhere. We are seeing Tux take him down, though, after he drops. So Tux going to be falling back and hopefully just kind of consolidate some positioning.
Willem is going to be checking out here. Malta takes out Flicks as Tux gets Willem. A great round coming through for Chiefs as they close out round number 4. They haven't gone the 4-0. They have, of course, dropped that second round. But Chiefs will pick up the 3-1.
Absolutely. And we're probably going to see
third round, sorry. They dropped
the third round. There we go. But we are going to be seeing a couple of UMPs left over, which is actually really smart. If they can take this round, they will be able to use these UMPs and possibly the round afterwards. Darksided obviously going to be forced for a save once again if they do lose this one. So we're going to be seeing some more careful play by Darksided. Them just trying to get some map control possibly and see if there's any weaknesses in the Chief defense. Let's see what they can do with it.
Malta going to get that smoke down in hut, allowing him to push into hut and try and get an alternate angle. Willem looking to push and Ins picks up Flicks. Going to find Dick Stacy as well. Yes, he will in the flash. Willem picks up Tux, though, for the trade across map. Willem quite lit, though. 8 HP. He gets dropped by Malta. We're going to see it left up to Sync and Texter. Sync down to Alistair outside with the AWP. And it's Texter now pushing Heaven, looking for Alistair. He will get caught out. No, he turns. Gets the kill with the Tech 9.
That's an absolutely massive frag there. Unfortunately, can't capitalise. Pex too quick for the trade there. So a great trade being able to recover that AWP in the uppers position there. So great stuff by Chiefs once again.
4-1 is the scoreline as we head into round 6. We see the scorecard here. Tux and Ali leading the pack for Chiefs at 7 kills apiece. Doing very well. Sync and Willem at the top for Darksided. 3-0-4 and 2-1-5. Not the best showing yet, but the boys are yet to warm up, I feel, in this game.
Absolutely, and I think it'll be more telling when they start getting into more of the gun rounds now. Obviously, this eco is probably going to go once again, finish in a 5-1, going to Chiefs' direction. But if Darksided can try and get a plant at the moment, they'll be in a good position later on.
Agreed. Plant will get them that extra 300 cash apiece and get them moving forward into round 7. Bit quiet across Nuke at the moment. Darksided looking to execute. They're going to go take ramp now and look to push towards B. Dropping down now with Flicks and Tux picks up Dick Stacy and the push has not been executed well enough. We see Pex pick up 1. Flicks get... Oh my god, Pex picking up 2 with Ins finishing it off. Getting 2 for himself. Pex and Ins doing very well to frag in quick succession on the site. Darksided could not quite execute fast enough. They executed for ramp and not for sight, and that's going to be round number 6 going to Chiefs. Scoreline 5-1.
And that was a fantastic rotate, I think we have to agree there with Chiefs. Being able to just all of a sudden go down, you know, pass long and make your way down the stairwell to lowers. It's a fantastic rotate and just able to catch those players as they come down off the ramp and onto the B site there. So a fantastic rotate, and I hope to see that kind of going forward with the Chiefs there, if they can keep that momentum, you know, being able to sort of reconsolidate their positioning and take back positions.
I think they'll be able to do that as well moving forward. Inns has picked up one. Malta picks up Texter now. Of course, Flicks going down to Inns. Malta going to push on Dick Stacey here. Damage through the door. Dick Stacey wins it out with the penetration from the AK-47. And now it's left to a 4v3. Darksided looking to even the odds with that kill on Malta. Doesn't do much, though. We have the M4s for Inns and Pex. Tux on the AK. And Alistair on the AWP. Sync looking to push here in vent. He's down bottom. Not going to go secret or toxic. He's looking down towards stairs to control. Picks up one on Inns. Alistair will get Willem on the outside, who was looking stairs to even this one up. Sync crawling up that ladder there to see what he can find. Nothing there. Dick Stacey does have bomb towards A site. Rotating towards B ramp. Needs to be careful though, as he's not sure who he is going to find. Sync towards this ladder. Tux is pushing towards the vent. Sync is right next to him. Neither has seen the other. It's going to be Tux, though. Goes to get the kill. Pulls his knife out, though, and Sync returns the favour to him. Now on a 2K for this round. And Darksided do have the B-bomb site. They will get the plant down.
You know, it looked a little bit dangerous there. The players were separated. We're going to get caught there. Sync. I don't think he managed. I don't think he realised he was going to get Ali there. Just kind of fell into his lap with the kill there. But no, it was a little bit dangerous early on, seeing the Darksided players so separated. But they were able to get a lot of knowledge on where the CTs could possibly be, and able to execute that absolutely perfectly in the end.
Good 4K coming from Sync in that round. And we'll have to see what Darksided can pull off in the next.
Absolutely. So we are seeing a bit of a more standard buy now from Darksided, apart from the UMP on Flicks. He might be trying to get some more farm. Actually, how much money did he have there? Probably not much going into this round, so potentially going to try and save up for an AWP and hopefully continue that momentum that they just got there.
Inns looking to hold the hut to stairs. He's going to get a slow push. He's going to hear them out now. And he's blocking back. And the discipline, he gets two. Picks up the AK, looking for a third. No one going to be there. Flash out to back himself in. And looks for that third on Willem, but gets dropped. Dick Stacey picking up Malta as well, evening this up to a 3v3. A good 2K for Inns, though, to start him off in this round. Tux goes to pick up a kill there, but Dick Stacey will prevent him from doing so. Smoke through the door. Ali rotating to heaven as Pex pushes now. He's on the rafter. And he's waiting for the kill on Flicks. He will spot him out there. That's one. Sees Dick Stacey and gets a tag down. Willem on the outside. Dick Stacey in. Oh my goodness. Moving to Annex, but Alistair will drop him. And Alistair has seen Willem outside. Willem getting some damage down.
That AWP shot was way too close for comfort just then through the wall.
Way too close. He wanted that wall bang. Willem going to get more damage down. Looking to push through Annex here. He's checking his corners. Ali going to push and will get tagged up. Willem pushing now, and he gets flanked by Pex from the vent. Easy kill for him, and Chiefs Esports Club now 6-2 leading this one as we head round 9.
We are seeing the economy isn't really all that great on the Chiefs side. They're not going to be able to get a very full buy here, but we are seeing a couple of umps getting taken up. And might actually work in their favour. The dark side economy is not really that great, so
not great at all. I mean, now they've been reset from the win bonus. They're back down. No loss bonuses for them as they cop that round. So they're going to have to be on pistols for this one, maybe even for a second. Depends on how hard they're wanting to eco here, and of course depends on the outcome of this round. Chiefs, that's Inns picking up Willem. Good kill there. He's going to find a second on Texter, and that's bombed down. Third, Dick Stacey. That's a 3K. Tux picks up Sync. And now Inns looking for another one. It's going to be Pex bringing it through, but Inns manages a 3K. And look, got to give Inns some credit here. The poor guy last week ended up that week really not coming through on paper. He finished with a KD difference of -12, a KD overall of 0.7, but he's doing very well in this game, 10-1-3.
He's really just trying to get those stat boosts, isn't he, on the TV documentation there. So no, it's good to see him actually find some form here and start really getting those frags together. Bit of an interesting Molotov there on the Chiefs side, but finally lands in front of Hut. So We are going to see a couple of players kind of poke around on the outers position now with the bomb on the outers position, looking to see if they can gain some ground. Ali, though, he's going to be the direct contact, see if he can pick off Flicks as he pokes. Will he find the shot? No, he's not going to. He's going to keep watching the outers position. The smokes will go out, the execute to go down into lowers. He's going to come through hopefully pretty soon. Darksided, though, a little bit slow to execute now. They've only just kind of come to the stairs.
It's going to be the push, though. Look out for it. Malta gets one, but he's traded out by a sink. Could not get the bullets out of his gun fast enough to pick up more. And we're going to see the push here. In's going to get some damage down on Dick Stacey before he drops Vent. And the push now needs to be careful. There's someone there backing up to him. That's Texter. The flash does come out. Texter going to avoid it as he looks for Inns. Gets that pick up. Good kill for Texter now. Dick Stacey opening the door to Squeaky. Tux hears it. Sink across map underneath. Gets Pex. And that's going to be Darksided taking the site. Tux waiting for the push from Dick Stacey. Will not find it. He's weighing up his options here, whether he goes Vent or not.
Absolutely. He definitely knows that Dick Stacey, there would have been some sound cues to give away Stacey's position there. So let's see if he can find the frag. Dick Stacey obviously just trying to look for the exit.
Oh, there it
Tux
is.
finding him, though. A great frag by Tux and picking up that AK to save into the next round.
It's a good save option here for the Chiefs as well. They can afford to give up a third round. I mean, this is CT side on Nuke, so 7-3 is okay after round 10. And going into round 11 with the AK and the AWP still on Alistair, they've managed to pick up 2 kills. Oh, now 2 kills, sorry. One for Alistair on Flicks. Well, that's going to hurt the Darksided economy.
Absolutely. And well, the thing to notice at the moment, to note here, is Tux and Alistair, their economy is actually still quite good in an individual sense. They're going to be able to buy for their fellow teammates there and get some more M4s distributed out. So it's not the end of the world for Chiefs to kind of give up that round.
Certainly not the end of the world, as like you said, they spread that economy between the lot of them, and they've now got the equivalent of a full buy, even though, of course, they didn't individually do that. A very smart save coming through for the Chiefs as they look to take out round 11. Darksided on the full buy with the UMP on Dick Stacey are going to look to take out this one as well. Flicks gets ins. Tux picking up Flicks, and Malta has spotted out Dick Stacey, but Dick Stacey with the UMP picks up one before Pex drops him. Alistair outside gets Sink, and now it's left to Willem and Texter. Ali going to rotate back towards Heaven before Willem can catch him. And it's now left an awkward situation for Darksided, but they could come back for this if they have several 1v1 trades. Darksided in the 1v1s have been fragging very well. Just overall, Chiefs in the group fights and the group trades have been able to pay off better.
And I think that's probably the thing to note, biggest thing to note, sorry, is the trades. Is we're not seeing as much trade fragging from the Ts, and obviously with each CT that goes down, you're probably wanting to see 2 Ts go down, but it's just not happening on the Darksided side.
Certainly isn't. Willem pushing in with his ally Texter onto the A site. They do have bomb, and they're going to look to plant it here, just securing all angles. And Chiefs not opting for a hard hold here. They are going to know that the bomb is on the A site. Surely. Willem covering Heaven here. Alistair is going to be up there. He's moving around, and Willem's just waiting for the opportunity to poke. Alistair not going to poke it yet. Pex is down in vents. He's looking for his moment to pop, and Tux starting to get utility out now on the site. Ali going to flash himself in there. Great flash as he can push forward. Texter gets put down at the box by Tux, and Willem underneath is caught between a rock and a hard place, and Ali with the P250 from above. Not going to opt for the AWP kill there. P250's enough.
Absolutely. That was absolutely perfectly played by Ali there. He got some knowledge as to where the Ts were sort of playing from. He knew that they were sitting right on the site, and waited for his teammates to kind of come into position ready for a sort of a retake there. So great stuff by Ali.
Certainly was. Round number 12 is underway. We're coming up to half-time. And I'm kind of feeling the Chiefs are going to take this. I don't feel a 12-3. I am feeling 11-4.
11-4, that's very specific.
I think 11-4 is going to be the way that this half plays out. I think that Chiefs are going to be able to get another 3 rounds, but I don't think Darksided is going to allow them to do so without at least 1 round being traded out.
Absolutely, and we are seeing a very quick rotate from Malta. Obviously the team's pushing into that lowest position to try and get into B. Can Malta capitalize? No, he can't. He's not going to even get 1 frag there, so unfortunately, we are going to see the bomb get dropped on the A site. They tried to swing back up, but I don't think it worked out too well for Darksided. They tried to catch these players out, but it just hasn't worked.
Not at all. We're seeing it come through with 2 for Ali, 1 for Tux before he went down, and the remaining 2 for Pex and Chiefs, preventing the Darksided re-rotate. I mean, you would have been forgiven for thinking the Darksided were going to go plant B. But instead, they've rotated up through vents into A. As the Chiefs had that site on lockdown, not going to allow the push today. Flicks now having to come through with a Tech 9 for this round. Willem, Dick Stacey, and Sync all picking up the AKs. Faced off against a full-buy Chiefs squad. This is potentially looking like 10-3.
Absolutely. One of the things I didn't really like from the last round, I think Darksided really should have just kept going B. That a quick frag on in. Will be traded out. Tuck's going to find possibly 2. No, Willem will take him down. Finally, Darksided actually finally getting some trades in now, so they are up 1 player.
Oh.
Not anymore though. Ali on the AWP. Can he find another one?
Needs to be careful here. He's going to get flashed out. Will flash himself in though, so he can get down the ramp. Good option. I mean, looking at Tux there, yes, he only got the 1 kill, but damn, he got some damage down. Willem's on 28 HP, so that 172 is a massive damage to be putting down to really help out the side. Ali going for the fake there, the audio cue fake by breaking the window to control to see if he can force a push against him with the AWP. Not going to happen, and he will rotate to doors. And we're going to see Chiefs. Oh, that's a good one for Malta picking up Willem.
That's massive.
That is the bomb down, so they do have information on that. He's going to get plenty of utility out there to back himself in. Pex will get the kill on Flicks. Thought Flicks had the opportunity and the drop on him there. Texter coming out from heaven is the last one alive, does not have the bomb, and he's going to be hard-pressed to win out this round.
Absolutely. Positionally, I think Texter really was caught out here. Obviously, the bomb going down next to that ramp position, he really shouldn't have. He should have been closer than that. Needs to be trading out frags, and if your bomb does go down like that, at least having a player to back someone up is huge. But he's going to find the bomb. I don't know if he's got time to actually get to a side.
He's going to look for A. He's got time for A, but Ali is going to be waiting here with the Tech 9. Texter will run straight into him. Headshot. And that is going to be an easy one for Alistair. Picks up the Molotov, throws out his incendiary, making use of the economy that is around him. And that's going to be 10-3 now. Match is paused. Dick Stacey has paused this one, called it in. So we'll have to see what's going on for him.
Absolutely. I think something that did work a lot better for Darksided was their slower plays. Those rushes just aren't working because Chiefs are they're just calling the shots at the moment. Chiefs are completely controlling the map.
Chiefs are playing their game. Is the thing. Chiefs are controlling everything. That's the right word for it. Control over the map is being established by the CT side. And I mean, honestly, that's exactly what the CT side on every map should be doing.
Yeah.
CTs do not need to rush. They have no objective press. The only thing CTs need to do is run out the time or get 5 frags around. So there is no reason for them to be playing aggressively now. The reason why teams play aggressive is to extend a lead on CT. Is to prevent the Ts. It's confidence in their ability to then say, no, you are not going to get the opportunity to plant. You're not going to get the opportunity to frag because the CTs were going to push you.
Yeah.
Chiefs aren't needing to go that aggressive right now because Darksided just aren't quite getting the rotates. They're not getting the frags enough to be able to open sites. We've only had a couple of plants from Darksided as well. So to really see how Chiefs are controlling the map, I think you're spot on.
And I think one of the biggest things to note as well is, we're seeing Darksided, they're trying to almost do a double fake out when we saw them go back up through the vent to get to A.
Yeah.
The Chiefs players, they're waiting to just play retakes.
That's right.
They're not trying to contest positionally, to straight away go down into lowers.
There's no need.
No, because Darksided essentially, they're going down, they've taken map control, but they're giving it up.
That's right. They had map control on B. As far as Chiefs are concerned, Chiefs don't want to be playing reactive. They don't want to be playing the fast game here. Chiefs are not letting Darkseid run around because it's what Darkseid wants to do. They want to make Chiefs misstep, and then Darkseid will capitalize, will collapse, and will pick up frags. Not going to happen here. We are seeing the smokes come out. The molly going to be on the edge of that, but thrown a little too late. Willem not going to take any damage there. They're going to see the push through, and Dick Stacey goes down to Alistair. Now Sync. Oh no, we've seen the miss. Tux will clean it up, and that's Inns giving a hand as well. We're left with 2 members of Darksided. The 1 for 3, a great trade here. Malta picking up Flicks as well. It's down to Willem, who will get Tux, but needs to find 3 more frags if he wants to take out this round. Willem has picked up the M4, and Pex will drop him. Not letting him have it. Chiefs spreading the love with the frags, 1 apiece on that
They
round.
are really kind of spreading it out. Obviously, we are seeing Malta, who only 9 and 6 at the moment, but the rest of the players...
in contrast, Ali, 17 and 5.
Absolutely, yeah. Ali is really taking control with that AWP. You know, if he is, he's taking control of the outer's position or even the ramp, you can't really predict exactly where he's going to go right now. And that's perfect for Chiefs because it's working so well. Because if they go outers and they're trying to rush, they've got an AWP staring at them from the stairs position. And
look, statistically speaking, going back to last season as well, to see the high KD on Ali is strange for an AWPer. Because looking at it last season, and good kill for Tux on Dick Stacey, picking up Sync as well. The push through Hut is just not working here. Malta picking up one before dropping to Texter. Malta getting another, and Willem going to grab Tux here. There it is. And that is the round 12-3. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be 11-4. But speaking about the stats, looking at Ali's KD here, it is strange because last season, thinking back, AWPers, Scopers didn't have the high KDs on their team. They had lower KDs, but they provided a lot of really the guts of the team, the information. They provided a lot of map awareness and a lot of zoning for the teams, although they didn't frag. I mean, thinking of Gratisfaction, Grat from Unity, amazing rifle, amazing scope, great rifler, didn't get many frags last season. And the reason being is because he just played a key part as an AWPer. Yeah. He played his role covering long zones. And looking at how Ali's playing this game, I mean, he's trading that out. He's been able to do really well on rifle rounds. And then when he has an AWP, get a couple of frags before he drops.
Absolutely, and that's really the biggest thing is you're going to invest that much money into an AWP. You want to see frags on the board because I mean, you know, to make that money back on the buy for an AWP, it takes a lot. So
it does.
You know, him really capitalizing on what he's doing right now it's perfect.
It's the way it needs to be done. We're seeing Chiefs getting geared up. They don't have any utility. They are going to go for armor. Peck's going to pick up Sync and Dick Stacey getting two on Tux and Peck's Ali getting Willem. Dick Stacey dodging bullets, but Ali and Inns will get the kills. Inns looking for another here, but Flix will drop him. And it's down to Malta now as Flix picks up another kill. Looking for his third here, Flix. Not going to find it quite yet. Malta picks up Texter, and Malta clutches it out. Getting two frags for himself will close out round number 16. Chiefs extending their lead even further, 13-3.
I take everything back from what I said before about Malta. He's just stepped up. There's a plate, and he's hungry, and he's going for it.
Well, I mean, again, last season, I actually had, in the second week, Malta had I'll call it a good game. And we'll reference that lightly. But I said it on stream, Malta, we expect better from you, and then all of a sudden he picked up a 4K. So, I mean, it's just habit of caster's curse, I guess, is coming through once again. Whenever we call Malta out and saying, hey, buddy, he just does. He steps up.
You reckon he's just got a second monitor open right now, just with the stream open right now? He's going, they can't say that about me.
Yeah, how dare they? Bring it on. I mean, we're going to call into question ghosting and all of those kinds of things later, but competitive integrity with a 1 minute delay. But no, it's I think Malta has stepped up, and I think, you know, that's just classic Malta. He finds rounds where it's not inconsistency on his part, I believe. I don't feel he's hot and cold. It's just positioning's hot and cold. He'll be somewhere in the map and he drops one round. And then he'll be in the same place another round and gets 4 frags. So exactly. It's all about consistency of map placement, but not necessarily how he is fragging himself.
Exactly. And it's also the impact of certain frags that you like. It's, you know, it's not just the scoreboard, it's how you are playing and how you're impacting your team and how you're how you're demolishing the other team when it counts.
That's right. All about when your frags are, not just who they're on or what they're done with. Peck's looking to push outers here, trying to get some information, knows that surely someone's there. That is a great nade. Willem and Texter down to 32 HP. Massive nade coming through. Not going to rotate though. Texter's looking to push here, and we're going to see the push come in. Pex takes out 2. That's Texter and Willem. Tux gets Dick Stacey. Ali and Malta cleaning it up for the rest of the team, finishing it off. Unbelievable work, Chiefs, not dropping anyone. That nade was a massive help. Pex got to turn so hard on the guys trying to push from outer.
Excuse me, I don't know what I just choked on then. But no, something I would have really liked is if we saw that Deagle on Willem, if he really kind of took a bit of a longer range fight there, rather than just kind of holding that double stack and waiting for the push. You know, seeing a Deagle kind of at least peek to try and contest the players out and then ambush them with the second player with the 5-7, that probably would have worked out a little bit better for them. And as we saw, it wouldn't have ended with that nade just absolutely demolishing both players down.
That's right, that longer angle could have helped. The scout is on Willem now instead, looking to play that long angle. He is on 2 HP, he's been hella tagged up and needs to play this carefully. Chiefs, on the other hand, quite healthy. Ali tagged up, so is Tux. Need to be careful as they push through. They are looking for the outer angle once again. Dick Stacey will pick up Malta off cam. I'm going to see Inns get some damage and some information on Flicks. Texter looking to push through here, back towards the T-spawn. He's going on that lurk, and he's very quiet about it as well. Ali pushing on the outside here, not going to spot Willem, and Texter, very good kill on Tux.
There's a big frag right there. Texter being able to have that bomb right next to him. Might be able to catch out Inns right there. Inns trying to contest it, see if he can get contact on that bomb again, but Texter going to give it up in the end.
Sync will pick up Inns on the outside, and Ali picks up one for himself. Pex helping now and getting Sync. It's now Ali and Pex left against Flicks and Texter. It all comes down to how they frag here. Darksided is quite healthy. Ali going to push straight into this, and that's an easy kill with 5 HP left. Only needs a small spray. Pex now 1v1 against Flicks.
Both players are really low, bear in mind, so this can go either way right now. Flicks taking control of that in a position if Pex goes out, of which, yep, he will. He's going to go down. Oh, maybe not. Oh, he's going to run straight into Flicks right now.
He's walking as well. He needs to time this, and he will not find the perfect timing. Darksided wins this round 14-4. Darksided breaking the streak. If we bring the scoreboard up on screen now, we might have a suss of that as well. But 20 kills for Alistair. Unbelievable work for him, 22 and 7. Darksided stepping it up and Sync catching up here, 12, 3 and 15. So he's getting closer to that 1 KD.
Absolutely. Is this the turnaround though? I mean, Darksided showing some really good positional awareness there. Tex being able to kind of, he had control of the bomb, but he knew better. He knew that the two players up were going to be able to kind of at least push him on his own. So it's good to see Tex at least kind of falling back and playing a bit of a smarter game rather than more aggressive game.
Oh, definitely. It's good to see him play the game that's required of Darksided right now, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Straight aggression is either going to go one way or another. It's either going to end in an absolute crushing victory for yourself, or it's going to end in total and utter defeat and you're going to run into a hold. So they need to really sort of slow things down. It worked for them better now when they were slowing things down. Those straight rushes weren't quite working before, so I like this play now.
Oh, good damage down on Malta there from Willem. Malta is going to drop back and look to push a different angle. And Alistair going to get tagged up as well. Willem doing work with the scout right now. Will see Malta, but Malta drops him. Flicks picking up Inns. And here come the kills. Flicks with a 3K there on the stairs to control. Looking for a 4th here on Alistair and will find it. And the 5th kill goes to Dick Stacey picking up Malta.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic hold by Darksided there, giving up at least a little bit of that outer position and just letting them run straight into the meat grinder that is that lower tunnel area. So perfect stuff by Darksided. Amazing
stuff by Darksided. Good to see it come out here in round number 19 as we push to round 20. 14-5 is the scoreline here. Darksided launching their resurgence, coming back with 2 rounds. Willem picking up an easy kill on Malta there. Will give away position. That's 2 now. Tux goes down. Sync picks up Ali. And we're going to see Inns and Pex pushing through and looking for ramp. Will not find it though, as Flicks is waiting there to back up his 4K with 2 more. Willem, amazing kills on that outer angle though. He did very well with his AWP.
I'm actually quite disappointed with how Chiefs sort of executed that outer area. They didn't have any nades or anything like that. Obviously, their economy wasn't fantastic, but going into that, they just kind of gave up those frags to Willem. And, you know, credit to Willem, the shots were fantastic. But I really think Chiefs gave that up.
I mean, Willem ate them well, but it was kind of served on a silver platter. So
sort of was. I mean, if you need to know where your player model is going to end, especially when you're peeking from that crate area. He was able to still see people, and they thought they probably weren't even still peeking.
That's right. Inns is going to pick up a kill, though, to start this round off with the Deagle. That's Sync going down. Inns trading out. And Ali picking up Willem as well. Of course, grabbing that AK off of Sync. And in the hands of Alistair, that's scary stuff. That's now the AWP for Ali. And there is an AK available. Ali will go down, though, as the push comes through Annex from Texter. He's now got a 2K. Pex goes down to Flicks. Flicks getting that one. And they've turned the tables yet again to force this one into a 3v2 in favor of Darksided. Texter going to drop down vents, though, and get prepared for the changeover and the transition to a B.
And I really think Alistair had a fantastic opportunity to hit Malta. Great Deagle to take out Dick Stacey there. But Alistair really did have sort of an opportunity there to really capitalise with that AK. I would have preferred to have seen him keep that rather than the AWP, personally, because then as if Chiefs wanted to do a push, it might get better. But we are seeing Flicks there take out Tux. Huge frags, leaving Malta just on his own. There is still potential. He does have armor, but he's going to get taken out by Texter in Texter book faction.
Oh, get out. No, I thought I was done with the punch. Well played. No, look, Malta in that last instance as well. I mean, that first shot missed, and then it was the spray, it was the angle. He didn't have the time to be able to space out the shots, and especially because he didn't hit that first one. That first shot with the deagle is so important because it gets that base damage down. If you're not one-tapping them, you're not getting the one dig, then you're obviously looking to get that initial damage to follow up with one of your following shots. And that just hasn't happened for him. We are going to head into round 22. Darksided doing very well. That's now 4 rounds in a row in this half to bring it back. Inns making a lot of noise right now. Not sure what he's up to. Looking for a slight wallbang here. Not going to find anything though.
Perhaps testing the structural rigidity of those hard hats there.
Yeah, well look, when you fire Warden, the main thing you need to worry about is of course the rigidity of your hard hat.
Absolutely.
Everyone knows.
Let's stop those right now.
Everyone knows that the Warden with the most rigid hard hat is the alpha. As Malta picks up Willem, we're going to see Sync grab Tux as well. And Darksided, they've traded out well here. That's a good one. But like you said, it's ideal as a CT. We want to see 2 T's die to the 1 CT death. And at the moment, Chiefs are commanding it. Inns has picked up Flicks and has information on the Darksided side. Sync will pick up Inns though. A great trade out there. And now it's 3v3. Damage has been done by that Molotov. And they're looking to push here. Pex will be waiting. Picks up one. Alistair picks up another. And Pex finishes off the round with 2 kills for himself. Darksided drop their streak. And we are at match point for map 1. Chiefs Esports Club against Darksided 15-7.
This is going to be interesting going forward. Darksided have been holding everything perfectly. They do have a fair bit of utility. Wilhelm obviously is not too important. He doesn't have all the nades there, but going forward, you know, Darksided need to be a little bit worried. Obviously, Chiefs on match point and with full utility as well. This will be interesting going forward here.
Certainly will. This is a big round. Round number 23. Damage coming down from Sync. Will tag Inns, but is not going to take him out.
Some fantastic damage coming from Darksided onto the Chiefs players there. Inns only left. Nope. Well, that's gone down to 0.
Tux, though, picking up Sync. Pex getting Flicks, and Tux now being traded out by Texter. We are seeing it come back in favour of Darksided. And look, I'd like to believe in Pex. He can frag really well, coming over from SYF Gaming last season to play finals for Chiefs. And he's really fit well into this team since they moved away from Lightstep. But I don't think he's going to 1v3 against an AWP, 2 M4s, and 243 HP worth of damage.
Absolutely.
I just don't feel that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, 12 HP. He's better off actually really just saving that AK right there. And it looks like he's probably just going to hold the angle and hope no players go for the hunt. Obviously, the CT players do have control of the bomb just coming out of T spawn. So we are going to probably just see a save from him.
And look, that save is a great idea. It's not worth giving up the AK and the kill to go hunting, especially on 12 HP for Pex.
Well, the thing is he's got still 69 worth of armor there. So it'll be interesting to see if he picks up another like SMG or something like that going forward for another player. Looks like he's going to try.
Oh,
that was probably just a throwaway. Honestly.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, look, it is a bit of a throwaway. We're back on match point again. 15-8 now. Darksided still trailing. They will pick up that 1 round to bring them back forward a little bit. But it might not be enough. Chiefs, they are on the eco with the pistol by. And 1 flash is all that they have. Tux with the bomb. And of course with that flash, he's going to flash the boys in. They're getting prepped on the outside. Looking for the stack here. And trying to find options to get frags on the outer. Not going to find Willem yet. Willem hiding in the back. And the shots come out. Willem will get tagged and does not get a kill on the outer. Alistair is tagged down to 80. And Chiefs might execute here on the outer. Just got to be careful where they execute. I think if they hold, if they look to push, Inns making a lot of noise inside. I think Chiefs need to push on the outer, get down, and then execute onto the site. Sync going to look to pick up Inns here. Inns, or Willem gets Pex. Sync flashes himself in and will get Inns. Willem picks up Tux. And Chiefs just too slow on their push here. They're not going to out-frag and out-damage the boys. Ali will pick up Willem. That's the only kill for the round for Chiefs.
I think the biggest thing right now, at least, is some sort of saving grace for Chiefs is actually Willem might be able to know that Texas still has so much cash though. I'm surprised he didn't pick up an AWP there for Willem. They are just going to opt for just rifles, 4 M4s, 1 AK. I would have liked to have seen Willem on the AWP again. He actually performed really well in that round there.
And he's performed really well in several rounds with that AWP.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm very surprised that Texas didn't buy the AWP instead of an M4 for him and just trade those guns around. So, but we'll see how they go. They might probably want to go for a bit of a closer angle hold here. We're seeing Flicks on the ramp, not really just scoping out, just seeing if you can see anyone through that smoke. But yeah, just nice and slow from the Chiefs here, which is probably a good thing since they have sort of conceded a lot of rounds in the last few. So
certainly have me coming into this half. They conceded 6 rounds out of the last 10, so it's not ideal. 60% of this half has gone to Dark-Sided, but they do have the opportunity here with AKs to push this further. Malta with a long range from the top of Silo. Down on the stairs will pick up Willem. Ins gets Sync. Tux gets Texter. Tux looking to push in here. It's Dick Stacey getting ins on the push. Pex will find Dick Stacey. Dick Stacey has to reload, pulls out the Deagle, will get the kill. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Chiefs Esports Club closes out the round number 25, and brings this game 16-9.
16-9. I really honestly think Chiefs earned that in the end. They were kind of lacking off towards the end. Dark-Sided trying to really come back. But no, a fantastic performance by Chiefs in the end.
It was an amazing game to come through there for the first game of the night, and we are going to head to the second map soon. We've got some highlights here, of course, from the game. Pex coming through with 1, and not 1, just 2 on that one, on that site. Goes to get the kill, pulls his knife out though, and Sync. And Sync here in the vent. Here's his opportunity. As Dick Stacey comes to get the plant. Sync waiting in the vent. Will look to find 2. He looks back to site. And there we go, 1-2. That was the 4K.
I don't think he expected that second one at all.
It was in his lap, like you said. In his lap. Easy peasy. But no, look, great game coming through from Chiefs. They did slack off a little bit at the end there, and this was their map pick. So,
well, I think that slack off there was just sort of the natural sort of progression of the map. Nuke is one of those maps where it can go either way, like we said. And Dark-Sided they played fantastically on their CT half. Not so well on their T half. I would have preferred to see them slow down a little bit more. They seem to just rush into things, and it wasn't working out for them, but they kept doing it. It was just they're beating their head against the wall.
And some rounds it did come through, some rounds it did work, but I think that overall it was the rotations and it was the passive, the non-agitated play from Chiefs that came through for them. They didn't play the Dark-Sided's game on that map, and we'll have to see how they go in map 2. This is, of course, CGPL Winter 2017, powered by AOC, the major title sponsor for this event. My name's Judge. I've been joined by the NCAT on the desk, and we'll head to a short break and be back with Keish. Stay tuned.